Hello, everybody. Welcome to your daily fix with NFA OFC. It is Wednesday, March 6th, Thursday, March 7th for a lot of people on the other side of the world. Today, money flow cycle helps us. Huh, God, I literally just woke up like 8 minutes ago, guys. So just bear with me. Figure out how the money is moving within the market so we can make better decisions. Market cap, dominance, Bitcoin, and ETH. Our classics we've been following for a while. We're just going to peek in like we have been doing. Cosmos, Casper, Phantom, Kasuma, and then AGIX and Ren. And there was a third one that Pope told me that I've completely forgotten. So get him out here. Let's see what he wants to do today. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Wednesdays, as we know, on the road, busy days. I just got in. You clearly just woke up. We were wondering if you're going to make it. Like literally 30 seconds ago, we're like, Edmonton,
Usually I'm here
yeah,
right away.
it's awesome. Glad you made it.
Oh, holy cow.
Lots of news for the show, but let's get always into the meat and the potatoes. The most important thing of the whole show is the money flow cycle and what's going on. How do we plan for it? And if you've been playing it with us, we've been doing pretty good. It's been a wild few days, to say the least. And this is where we like to see a little cool off, a little mellow out. We're still fighting this 2.4, staying right in between these two lines, which is a little nice consolidation. And we still want to continue up. And we know this jump is fast. At least it has been in the past. We drew these lines before when these weren't even here. We're still on the same trajectory. We're looking at these curl overs. Here is our target. How fast are we going to get there? I'd rather take a little bit of time, because when it happens fast in either direction, you can see what that did, and what it does to the market. There was a lot of positives that came out of the wild ride of the last little bit, and that is the fear and greed indicator overall on the market. When you look at them, have calmed down. We were in like the 90s, now we're in the 70s or whatever the index is. Different places have different indexes. We can see our dominance has been going down. And this was deceiving because we think normally this is a good thing. And we were reminding this is only a good thing when the total market cap goes up or stays the same. And as we know, we had 350 some odd billion or something come out of the market in the last little bit. So right now, everything's just kind of like deep breath. That's a good sign. That's healthy. That's exactly what we want to do. Let the sheep do the sheep thing. The chicken littles do them. They're all going to do what they normally do. As long as the data is chilling, numbers are chilling, and it's not volatile, we're following our indicators in the upwards direction still. And what I've been hoping for is the money stays a little longer. We start to see that little faith, the money in the market a little longer. We see the alts run a little bigger, more money rolls out of Bitcoin and into them, and we start seeing some really crazy growth. But I said we haven't seen nothing yet. We're ahead of where a lot of people, including myself, thought we would be at. In terms of time, but not in terms of dollars. I mean, we've been drawing squiggles for 42 shows now. And we haven't, outside of a few anomalies, had any major surprises. And I was just going to delete this the other day, and we decided to leave it because these are the pendants we're getting. Now, this was the flash down, but we're still probably going to hold in this area and fight in this area and then go up to the next. So I'm still going to leave them in there, even with this crazy anomaly. We're still probably playing out this pattern. and we'll see. So far, everything seems to have been making sense. When we say we want to cool off a bit, yeah, I would like to see if we can get up to this area. Somewhere in here would be a great area for the next few days. If it just consolidates, little squiggle in here, I'm happy with that.
Do we know what the next line of resistance is?
Oh, probably. If we do this in here, oops, for the next couple days, I'm okay with that because it's going to build some strength. But I have a feeling we're probably going to go up in here. I don't think we're going to have that much cooling off. It might be a candle like this, just a little, and then hopefully off again. But we'll see. But so far, healthy. What we want to see and going in. And you wanted to see, was there any?
Yeah, if we have a sec.
I mean, it's not much, right? Because we're so close to the all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
But there it is. So there's our bodies. We're on the daily, right? There's our highest at 67520, and we can take our wick. And if we can continue this trend that we've started, however long it takes, or if it's a wedge or a pennant or flag or what, as long as we keep having ups, healthy retracements, ups, healthy retracements, and our indicators are still telling us that we have room to run, we're good. No need to panic when we have a red day. We know they're coming. There was no panic here. The only panic was, what do I get to for my limit entry? I got to figure that out quick because you're watching it drop quick. When that massive dip happened, span of 6 hours, 5. Let's just use this one first. That's huge money in any market, but especially for Bitcoin. I have never seen in my short trading time anything go from that to that in Bitcoin, almost 10K, recover relatively quickly to almost the exact same damn price, near an all-time high, and also have the rest of the market recover. Impressive that Bitcoin recovered. Alts, they were back. They were back so fast. And that's what a lot of the traders were talking about. It was holy shit. Like, we all thought we were going to have some more time to look for some juicy entries. If you blinked, it felt like they were gone. And we're going to see that, and we're going to talk about that and how that's a lot different this market than it has been in the past. I happen to be, thanks to strategy, And how I've been telling you guys throughout the show, I was sitting on the sidelines. I had some long-term holds in, and I knew we were having a pullback. I just knew when. We've had all this greed, all this hype, all this fucking straight up action. We knew it had to be coming soon. And with how I moved a few things and other portfolios around and other investments, made sense for me just to hold it, wait for that. Well, that, as we already know, was stupid fast. And if I hadn't been in my front of my computer when it happened, if I didn't, which I didn't, have a limit entry in for a massive wick, I wouldn't be in the position that I was able to. When I saw ETH coming down to these levels, this was a no-brainer. Where I started to be like, is watching the price action in the order book, and it was going nuts in those times. And I'm like, where's it stopping? I'm looking at this. Is it going down a 30, 60? Is it going up to here? And that's a hard decision to make in those moments. But then you zoom out, you breathe, and you go, okay, I'd be happy if I could get in here. Makes sense. I could get into here, put my limit entry in, and boom, I got in. And it's been great. And it's not luck in those cases. We mentioned that yesterday. We followed our strategy. So we had money on hand. Opportunity came and we jumped on it. I always say, don't spend all your dry powder, or don't spend the money you have on side. But when we talked about that percentage, what was it for? The dollar cost entry through a black swan or something, once you had price consolidation or confirmation you're at the bottom, or opportunity. That, to me, ETH in these price points, with how the market and everything's been going, the ETF coming, their solution for roll-ups coming, and whatever the name was, I can't remember. It's always like gods or philosophy or some sort of reference to their upgrades. But I know that's right around the corner too. ETH has a lot of things going for it, and we're still off our all-time high by quite a bit. And that's why when I saw a pullback, I'm like, I'm going to wager my bet. And I mentioned this yesterday, because I didn't know what was happening. The crystal ball can only go so far. At this point, we're wagering our best guesses. And I'm thinking ETH has more to run. So I went in ETH over Bitcoin. And so far it's been a great call.
Can you remind me where you ended up putting your cost? Because I think you said something about the round number. Was it 32?
I was in here somewhere like 33.70. Like I caught it in here.
Mhm.
There was a few I wanted to do. I was talking to you about the DGen. I should have done the 30. What was it? The 32.42.069 or whatever it was, just for the
Mhm.
DGens. But it all happened so fast. I was just like, and I wasn't tuned into anything. It just happened to be, I saw the charts in passing. I was like, what the hell's going on? Sat down, and where I did that was my best opportunity at the time. I can't complain. Like, that was great percentage. And sitting with legs to run, now, because that was opportunity, I'm not going to be holding this big, massive bag of ETH that I just got. I will be zooming in on the lower time frames and taking a bunch out, because I spent my dry powder that I normally keep on the side. I've made the profit with it, still in profit. It's already looking like a little bit of pullback, which is to be expected from here to here. We'll zoom in, look at what's a good time to exit a position of it. Not all of it, but a position of it, because I need that dry powder on hand again for when another thing like this arises. This is part of the strategies. So this, to me, everything that's been going on has been great. We've been talking about it. So now we are in the hunt for an all-time high, just like we're talking about with our total market cap. We want to see that just a little bit cool off period right now. We even have our critical greed, which indicates either consolidation or pullback. Doesn't always mean we're going to go into micro bear, because this is a tremendous amount of up, but we've had pullbacks along the way. But we haven't had a nice up like this in a long time. Let's be honest. No wonder it's firing, because this isn't normal. We're playing statistical odds. And we've been calling all of this nicely. There hasn't been any major surprises to the market yet, and that's what we want to see. And like I said, we are early. We are still absolutely early. And so much money to be made in the market. What's going on? My computer just freeze. Are you all there?
I am here. Oh, there we go.
All right.
That's not a good sign.
No. Can we see that screen now? My Adam Fountain Kasama.
I can. You guys let us know if you cannot, because we're going to continue.
Nice. All right. Well, we're just going to move right along.
Perfect.
One of the things we were talking about, let's start with, let's just start at the top. This was from ages ago, where we were looking for the breakout confirmation, and we gave 3 entries. And I've been wanting to talk about this, and we talked about it a little earlier as well in this week on REN, is when we have these pullbacks, we don't know how fast they're going to be or how long they're going to last. And part of a good strategy for dollar cost entering your position on a trade is to have multiple entries at your areas of, consolidation or support and resistance. Because if they don't hit, just take out the limit order. Now you have your cash on hand. They do, you've done a wicked dollar cost entry. This one hit, and it's been off ever since. And we even said, this is our target. This has been our target at the top of this, because we know it's going to be tough for a long time.
I got to look into these OCO orders I was telling you about ages ago.
Yeah. These here, it makes sense. We're going to have a pullback still up, but we can see when we look at this curl, or not curl, but it might look like it might start to curl, which means price starts to slow down in that, which would make sense because we're here. We need to break out, come out, and you've heard me say it a million times, retest and then take off. If we don't, we know we're just going to come right back down into here again. Or come back down, consolidate, try again and go. But if we don't get the retest, it's down. It's like the string. It's like the balloon. All the, people are excited. It didn't make it. In fact, we're taking our money elsewhere. Is another way to look at it. But right now, it's still early, but it's coming down. Makes sense. We've had a lot of up from here. Critical greed is firing. If you were trying to get into Cosmos, there is a better entry, but like we also discussed, this trading list from our show probably done. We're gonna move on and find some on the hunts. We found REN yesterday, which we're about to get into, and then the Crypto Katie and I are gonna do a little, crypto hunt boot camp here in the next few days to get some great entries. So this was funny. Actually, when I booted this up for the show today, this is the one that made me laugh. Because I love this kind of stuff when it happens, and hopefully somebody caught it. Our original entry, it's been great. Our second entry, I think we did 2 or 3 entries in this one. All along the way, it's played out the beautiful cup and handle formation that we've been looking for since, we started in early February, got our entry, and then went. And what did we do the other day when everything went nuts? And by the other day, I mean yesterday. I said it needs to come out, retest, and then it would fire off if it did. And it would probably get into somewhere into this area.
Want to hear something cool?
Uh-huh.
Bunny Wyatt says, yes, we sold Phantom today. Took 70%.
How much?
70.
Ah,
That's
how does
amazing.
that feel? That's realized gains and profits. I'm so happy for you guys. 70%. Damn, on smart trading.
Unreal.
This is learning the systems, the strategies, the indicators, the patterns on smart trading. Really, proud of you guys. That's awesome. This is why we do this right there. And we still have legs to run. We can see that. We've talked about how Phantom has a long history of where we're trying to get back up to. But we haven't been up in this area in a long time. Does it make sense? Price is going to probably come back a bit. Yeah. Would totally make sense. And then back up again. And once we start to get that indication of back up again, we find a new entry. In that time right now, you have 70% more money than you did before. And we could find probably some really nice entries to do what you just did all over again. It's the beauty of this. And that's why we don't get married to stuff. Or if you got in stupid price and you're out on some of these, but you can always leave a little in, and those add to your long-term holds. Those are your set and forgets. So maybe you cashed out 90%, for example, and you left 10 in. With all that profit, now you got a little set and forget bag. And when this goes to when it goes to stupid numbers, you still have a little bag from the bag that paid for your new bag that paid from your other bag. Paid your other bag. See what I'm saying? Oh, thanks. Right.
Percentages begets percentages. Just keeps going.
That sounded like a Desi comment. Love it. So this has been fun. It is. I think there's a little exhaustion. I've said this before. I think we can make money in other places, but I also think it's funny that I said it would, is where we were looking to do what it would possibly do or possibly go down with, depending on how all this played out. It held the line that it needed to, and clearly it's on its way again. So if you are still wanting to get in Phantom and you haven't played this, wait for some red. It's coming. And then it's probably going off again. But the kind of percentages that they're just talking about, we'll find them in other places. Or it's a long-term hold for now. Kusama, another fun one. Where we got in over here, our second call to get in, then the cross, and it's been off. Now, this was the craziest wick I think I've seen in all of the charts from the Mayhem the other day. And
that one caught some stop losses for sure.
Oh, that's rich. I mean, that is a deep, deep, deep gash. 25.91%.
That's so.
Ow. And what did we say? It would need to hold this area at the very least, because that was a sharp down. And we said it could possibly come back down into these areas because these wicks are huge. It very well may have hit some of these supports and resistance. We didn't talk about it too much because typically we draw them. But we said if it would hold here, it would go. Because the whole plan of this one from here, this was our target. Congratulations if you've been waiting for the target. This one's almost reached. Another reason why we'll probably get out. We'll quickly cover it every last couple of days here this week to see how it finally plays out. And then it might be off to the races. But for now, this is where we're hoping to get out, let it call down. Maybe that's where we get back in again to go off. or maybe we found just another nice setup like this on a different token. It wasn't about the token, it was about the trade. And this one's been playing out beautifully. It's almost done. Thank you, farewell. Take the money and run. I can't remember what our target was. It was around 50 something. Yeah, 56.79 in about a month. And anytime we can make 50% in a month on slow, easy trading just by holding it and watching, as opposed to trying to get in and out, that's beautiful. If you did catch some of these in and out swings, you did way more than that. So these have been fun. These have been great.
It's kind of been nice to like have a little handhold as we've been doing this from the very beginning of this up.
Right. I'm kind of also, now that we've been saying that, like, just for shits and giggles, where's Casper? Because this, I mean, it was one of the originals, right? But I haven't gone back often since we've deleted it. But yeah, it's still playing out from our short it to enter it to back to our target. So it's still going. And I think that was our last entry you gave. You would have hit it and you'd still be in profit today. You know, we don't go over every call all the time because we do quite a few, but that's still nice to see. All right, RANA is what we were brought to the attention by the Miss Crypto Katie herself. What? And that was yesterday when it was brought to our attention, and we said we would have possibly, just like we were mentioning before, and we did it quick and dirty, where it's where would that belly of that come down to, because we like this belly to where we want to get in on. And with this much action, we still just had that right here. So when we're here, we just are seeing price drop. We don't know what's going on yet. And when we get that right there, massive down, that hurts if you're in it, or it's beautiful and looks like opportunity that we talked about. And this is probably right around where we were talking about it. Yeah.
I'm a genius. I had a feeling.
And we can see the spread on these lines, if we zoomed in, are like this. We don't have this belly that we were talking about. And we look for the belly, and I think I went back here and referenced something as our entries. So we drew 3 possible, maybe these are where this belly line could play out, which were in the middle of these circles, support and resistance lines, right in the middle. You can see the dotted lines, right? And, you know, pretty much a for sure entry, a great entry for dollar costing these two, or dollar cost our entry, and probably not going to happen. We talked about because we're in a bullish momentum. But if you catch a wick, profits.
I mean, and that wick theory is highly possible just because that large red one made it all the way down there. Hey.
Well, this had already happened by the time we did the show. We're here, but you would have caught this one. Middle of that right there is the bottom of that wick. Boom. That was after our show at midnight. You would have caught that entry. You would have caught that entry. So let's just quickly dollar cost those 2 entries. This was quick and dirty. You could have dropped your own support resistance lines, done your own lines. But let's just split the 2 entries to where we are right now. That's what a dollar cost entry will do when we're looking for a belly to ride it out to our target. Boom, boom, boom. There you are. New call. We're going to follow on this one for a while. If you jumped on this last night, you're already up 10.5%. This is the Crypto Katie. Damn, girl. Doing fine.
Let's hope it's
we
looks
don't
kind of funky by the middle of next week. I'm excited.
we don't have that bullish cross yet. This hasn't had a chance to enter the bull yet. This is what we're looking for on the hunt. We gave you entrances yesterday. We have 3 up. Boom, boom, boom. There's going to be a little bit of a pullback somewhere in here. Oh my God, you're getting another entry in here if you missed it. Cough, cough, not financial advice. Excuse me. If I had money on the sidelines, I'd be zooming in on a lower time frame and trying to see maybe where I could get an entry as it's coming down after we just talked about. I'd be watching. Because our goal is to ride it out to here right now. That's our target, which from current price is 38%. Come along for the ride. AGX, another funny one. Same thing. This was really quick and dirty. 1, 2, if it pulled down to this area. 3, because of this weekly support. We even drew where it had to hold the breakout. Would it retest and go? Well, geez, Christ, did it ever retest and go? So hopefully you got in here, because this is just silly. And this is uncharted. We talked about this yesterday. Our entry for AGIX was down here. If you have been holding our original entry to right now here today, you're up 305%, 30 days.
Nice. Amazing.
Just saying, if you caught that entry yesterday, you're up massively. I will say the same thing again with AGIX that I said yesterday. We're in uncharted territory. And when we're in uncharted territory, now there is no book. There is no past data to go back to. AI is a serious run. This is a Singularity Net is a great, absolutely great project. Get into who's all behind it. It's amazing. He absolutely looks like the crazy dude. Like, why is it sometimes the brilliant minds always look like they're a little out there? That's why I wear a filter. But yeah, that's what I had on the target for today. It's been a long day. I always try to keep Wednesdays short because it is literally getting in from being out all day. So I appreciate if there was any questions. Did I miss any questions?
No, we're just hanging. We're just watching. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to Primo for bringing us AGIX yesterday. We appreciate you, buddy.
Yesterday, I brought it to you like ages ago.
Right. But he brought it back up. It's not all about you.
All right.
My little
Actually,
primate friend.
also taking profits on that in the tunes 20%. That's awesome. But love the fact he makes us look good, and I love always giving thanks. But to give thanks and many hats, many flowers, many roses to a lot of people that make this possible. If you're not in our Discord, you have no idea what you're missing. This is just like a little skim. We have Supreme Crypto. It's been making crazy banging calls in our alt chat channels. We have Remy Rye making crazy calls in our micro caps. All the ones you're hearing about Twitter have been in his channel in the Discord for quite a while. And Amir has been calling money flow and dominance like a boss as well. And they're always there to answer your questions.
They're active, man. They are like
and we can't
in it highly responsive.
And we are all doing this out of passion. We're not getting paid. We're not paying. And it's just to help and see what we're seeing and share my system, my tools, what we're doing, and that we all make mistakes, and that there are people out there that know more than us that they share with us. And we have a few of those in our group, and we've been learning. It's been great.
Yeah, we're pretty blessed that way. I definitely have learned more with this team for sure.
This is what I've been talking about for years. This is what it's all about. And
Yeah.
thank you again for tuning in, everybody. I have gone now 30 days without making any sheep decisions. I have a feeling that's not going to last for much longer. And I say that because I am going to start doing some swing trading here for the next few days. And those decisions come a lot easier or a lot quicker when you're swing trading versus finding great entries and just holding them for a month.
I think you made a great call yesterday or the day before, and hopefully that'll carry you for a little while.
Yeah, same with you. You've been pulling the trigger. You've been listening to yourself, and
Yeah.
that's also a skill set, and it's part of all the emotion. So I've talked enough. Happy show number 4.2. See what I did there? See what I did there?
Oh, happy 420 to you too, sir.
My pleasure, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen. That's it for me.
Thanks, guys. Let's do this again tomorrow, or the next
7
day, and
p.m.
the next day, and the next day.
Monday, Friday.
It's always another candle, baby.
Let's do it.